Okay, so I want to look at the decorative butterfly mask that came part of the bundle with the butterfly, I think it's butterflies in flight, the hot foil die, the regular die, and the masks that come with it. So we've looked at the die, the hot foil dies, and we'll look at the regular dies after we're done the coloring portion of it. So this is exactly the same, except for this is the one that we're going to be working on is white cardstock, with the gold foil butterflies done. I just kind of want to show you what we're starting with first. So this is what it is, just in the gold and white. So I'm going to set this one aside. And these decorative masks, what they do is they color in your butterfly. So this is going to be the first time I'm trying it with the hot foil already done. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out, especially trying to video around this too. I'm getting a new video system, just I don't have it yet. So please bear with me, and hopefully this does turn out. I have done one. Actually, let's look at it. This is what the butterflies will turn out color-wise. These are just the butterflies, which you can do with just the masks. It doesn't have any of the hot foil part in there. So you can see they're quite pretty. So I used 3 different colors, and you can mix and match. You can use as many colors. You can use up to 4 if you want. I've used Pumpkin Pie, Mango Melody, and Memento Black. Because I really liked the idea of the kind of the monarch look, but I know none of these are really monarchs, but that was kind of the coloring scheme I went with. So I kind of kept them like that, and I think they're really pretty. I think these colors will look really pretty with the gold as well. So we're going to see how well it turns out. So here's my first mask. They are numbered in this top corner, so you can see it there. It says, maybe you can see it. There's a little tiny one. There we go. There's a little tiny one, and there's 4 of these, and they're all numbered up in the corner. They also have this little notch out, so it's easy to line up. I've already put like a scrap piece of paper. I've shaped it to my glass mat, and I've taped down my card with the butterflies on it as well, so it doesn't move. So I just need to line up this portion, and then I can color. And I watched I watched somebody else, or a couple videos, I guess, to see how to use these masks, because I wanted to see exactly what I was trying to do first. And one of the tips I had noticed was they took this mat. I lined it up with my gold foil butterfly part first, and then what I did is I lightly traced around on the scrap paper around this, so that all 4 masks are exactly the same size. So I just have to line up the little notch and put it in the traced outline. And it worked fairly well when I did it with the piece, like for this one. Everything got lined up really nicely. You can see nothing really kind of overlaps, which I'm going to use to try that again and see how it works for this one. So I've got my mask lined up. You can tape that too. I'm not going to. I might regret that, but we'll try it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the mango, what did I call this? Mango Melody first. And all the ones I've seen or seen done have used blending brushes. And I have 3 blending brushes. They're not something I use very often. So I have put them in a container, and I have put them away for when I was ready to use them. And I have spent probably about 45 minutes to an hour trying to find these brushes. And I have no idea where these brushes are. I was not able to find them. So I'm just going to use little daubers. Again, I'm all about use what you have. And you don't necessarily need the blending brushes. These I found work just as well. I wanted bold colors, solid colors. I didn't want anything light, but I mean, you can go light with these too. That's why one of the reasons I don't like I don't really prefer using the blending brushes. That's not really my technique or style. The look that you get with them. Some of the cards that are made with using those techniques are absolutely gorgeous. I just don't find that's a me technique, and that's okay. So I'm going to start with the Mango Melody, and all you're going to do is hold down your mask so it doesn't move. You want to make sure you're holding it within your lines. And you're just going to color in as dark or as light as you would like in these empty holes. So I went kind of fairly dark on mine just because I like that look. Okay. And you can kind of, you can customize this however you want. Whatever color you want your butterflies to be. Okay. And by doing this, all you're doing is you're filling in the color in this one section that's cut out from the mask or stencil. Stampin' Up! Calls them masks, but they're really no different than a stencil. Okay, so we're just going to take a second to fill this in. And again, you can do it as dark or as light as you want. I went fairly dark on my first one, so I'm going to keep them the same because I like those bold colors. And what's really easy about this is you don't have to worry about coloring anywhere or putting ink anywhere you shouldn't be, because only the spots that the ink is going to go are cut out. Everything else is masked out, pun intended. So that's good. So it makes it super easy. To clean this, you can just simply take a baby wipe or run it under water, dry it carefully. And usually baby wipe will work pretty good with that. So, but for right now, I'm just going to set that aside, okay? So we're just going to set that over here. We're going to take off that little dauber, and I'm going to close up this ink. Okay, so I know you can't quite see it. Actually, let me just do this for a second. You're going to get a little bit of shadow, but you can see how well that's coloring in. Okay, and it might not look like much just yet, but keep watching. So I'm opening up pumpkin pie next. I'm going to take the orange dauber. These wash too nicely, so you don't have to have one for every color. You can wash them in between. Oh, I guess I need my mask first before I start coloring. Okay, so let's get this lined up. Again, I'm going to line up that little notch, and I'm going to line up the mask inside these little trace box or square. And it should line up with your butterfly pretty good. Okay, so we're just going to repeat that technique. And you're going to color in. You can make that as light or as dark as you want. I like the vibrant orange on butterflies, so I'm going for the very vibrant dark look. Monarch butterflies are absolutely gorgeous, and I love the color of them. Okay, and there's no really which way you have to go on these. You can color them up and down. You can go around in a circle. Whatever you find is easy in getting your ink or pigment filled in for the look you're going for. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to take that orange dauber off, set it over there, and we're going to lift up this mat and set it to the side. We're going to close up this ink and set it to the side. Okay, let's have a second look. And that's kind of where we're at with that. Okay, again, may not look like too much, but let's add in the next detail. Okay, so the next one is the detailed piece. So I'm going to do it in black and line those up. And I'm going to get my memento. Maybe pull that off. Okay. Make sure this hasn't moved in any way. Okay. I'm going to grab my little black dauber. Dip it in the ink, and you're going to repeat the same process. So you're just going to fill in the empty holes with your ink. I'm really excited to see how this one turns out with the gold foil in there. And then we'll do a comparison side by side. The one with the foil versus just the mask look. All depends on whatever your personal comfort level is, or personal preference is, and comfort level in doing this technique. seems to be pretty simple. But it also depends on your budget level. It's okay not to have all the gadgets and gizmos. If you can only afford the masks right now, the masks make beautiful butterfly cards. If you can afford the whole system, it's up to you. Okay. Let's peel this one off. Okay. Okay, let's do another quick look. There we go. And the last step is, actually, I just realized that there's one more piece. There's 4 of these. As again, you can see they are numbered in the top. So this one has a number 4. So this one adds in their bodies, antenna. I don't know if they have actual, I don't know if there's a fancy name for them, but bodies work for me. I'm not going to use this one and this one because mine are gold. Okay, so we're going to put the ink away. I did need that 4th one when I was doing just the masks because otherwise my butterflies had no bodies and that really wouldn't have worked. So let's just move these over. And I'm going to try to peel this off carefully. I've just used washi tape to hold it down. So I'm just going to peel that off real quick. And that's just a scrap piece of paper. Alright. Wow, this is really, really pretty. Absolutely stunning. I'm just going to try to get you a close-up of each one. So these colors with the gold, oh my goodness. They are beautiful. I think the color choice with the gold makes them pop so much. Okay, so let's do a side-by-side. So here is gold foil with the 3 masks, 3 out of 4 because our bodies are already gold. Here is the just masks alone, exact same colors. The one on the left here uses all 4 masks because we had to give them little butterfly bodies. Okay, so what do you think? Both really, really pretty. They both have very different looks. And this one is perfectly okay. The dies cut out all 5 butterflies at once. I'll do that in a separate video just because I don't have those out ready to go. But we'll take a look and how they cut out. So or you can leave them together and just make this a card on its own. Or you can cut them out and use them separately in a card in a different design. So 2 very, very different looks, which I think both are very pretty. This one is absolutely stunning, though. I really like this. Very, very pretty.